constructing the world's first Aquapolis, the floating city of Terra Grigia. A sustainable metropolis operating on a massive solar energy matrix and equipped with the latest green technologies. Never before had solar energy been used to supply power to an entire city. But in 2004, Veltro, a terrorist group opposing the city's development, launched a bioterrorist attack. They not only released a virus, but also several creatures, known as bioorganic weapons, further complicated the situation. This launched one of the worst tragedies the world has ever seen. The FBC, the world's leading counter-bioterror organization operating under the auspices of the U.S., was called in to direct efforts to contain the attack. The BSAA, a counter-bioterror NGO, which operates independently of the interests of any one country, went in as observers to assist the FBC. Realizing the need for immediate and decisive action, Supreme Local Headquarters issued the order to use the city's solar energy matrix on itself. Media outlets around the world began to refer to the incident as the Terra Grigia Panic. Following the incident, the FBC announced it has successfully disbanded the terrorist group called Veltro. It is now 2005, and a sense of calm and security is finally returning to the people. But, as you can see, the lost city of Terra Grigia remains inaccessible, a silent and potent symbol of the threat that bioterror poses for people around the world.
Resident Evil Revelations on the 3DS marks the return of the game's basic concept, a survival horror game. Ever since Resident Evil 4, the Resident Evil franchise has kind of ventured away from the survival horror concept, but which it's not like I'm knocking Resident Evil 4. I think that's a fantastic game, but it's just the survival horror concept that made Resident Evil, in my opinion, special, was basically lost at that time. This game, in my opinion, marks the return of that basic concept. And this game is, in my opinion, phenomenal. It is definitely a must-play game. You get short little mini cutscenes like the one I just showed you. The gameplay is good. The map and weapon screen on the screens is good. The mini games, like the one you use to unlock doors, and when you're at the end of the game, you have to what is it called? You have to basically saw off the door because it's underwater and it's rusted shut. I mean, that one's a little bit more difficult. But basically the interactive games, mini games, are not that bad. It's not that confusing. It's easy to understand what's going on. The controls are good. The 3D element is fantastic. This is really a must-play game. This is the storyline is really well thought out, and I applaud them for making the mini-series concept. I mean, this is like you're watching a show. From one episode to the next, to the next, to the next, they all intertwine, and it's like previously on Resident Evil Revelations like a mini-series.
Previously on Resident Evil Revelations.
Lost contact with Chris and Jessica.
The signal was lost over the ocean.
Cleaner than all
Right here on the ship.
I'm trying to run. Maybe something.
I think it's a gun. This is not good. What is this?
Oh, great.
I mean, I've never played a game that basically took a concept from a TV series and ran so well with it. This game is definitely a must play.